Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be taking my 2021 Tesla Model 3 on a POV test drive. I had this car for about 2 weeks now, and finally I'm making a POV review of my 2021 Tesla Model 3. But let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how it does. Alright, let's go ahead and take this Model 3 on a test drive and see how it does. So driving this 2021 Tesla Model 3, very nice and smooth. There's barely any road noise and wind noise. And the suspension is very nice and very comfortable on those bumps. My Honda was really bad. The suspension setup on my Honda Accord Sport was really bad. This thing is very comfortable and it's very isolated from the outside. Seriously, such a comfortable car. I'm not exactly sure how my GoPro is picking up the road noise and the wind noise, but seriously, in person this thing is super quiet. So as I said, this one is the long range. There's 3 trims that you could choose from. There is the standard range, which is the base one. It's a rear wheel drive. Then there's this one, the dual motor. It's the long range. And then there's the performance. The long range has the most range. It has 353 miles on a full charge, which is very impressive. But seriously, such a comfortable ride. The suspension setup, it's amazing. All Teslas have the autopilot. Basically, you hit the gear shifter down twice and then it activates autopilot and the car drives by itself and basically does everything by itself. I don't have the full self-driving, which is a $10,000 option. I don't think it's honestly worth the price for me now, at least. It does have the summon feature and it does have the auto park and a few other things, but I didn't want to spend $10,000 to get that feature. I think it's a little bit expensive, but I think the standard autopilot is more than enough. And the torque on the steering wheel is very good. So the steering wheel does handle very sharp corners, which is very impressive. And seriously, this thing is super fast. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds, and you could buy a software update. Basically, it drops the 0 to 60 numbers from 4.2 to 3.7, which is insanely impressive. It does have regenerative braking. When I let go off the gas pedal or the pedal, the car will actually slow down and come to a complete stop. It's basically you're hitting the brake pedal. So I really, you don't need to use the brake pedal just unless or in case if the car in front of you actually stops very quick, you use the brake pedal. But now I'm just actually using lifting off the gas pedal and then it's stopping. thing is super fast, and it's just so fun to drive. 4.2 seconds from this car is amazing. Seriously, such a beautiful ride. Suspension setup is amazing. The ride is good. No wind noise. This one, by the way, does have the acoustic glass or the double pane glass. Basically 2 glass glued together, and it just makes the cabin of this Tesla super quiet. And for 2021, this middle console right here was refreshed. The older console didn't look as good. This one does have 2 phone wireless chargers, and all the trim outside, the chrome trim, is blacked out for 2021. It does have 3 steering modes. It has the comfort, standard, and sport. When you put it in sport, it just becomes super heavy, and honestly, it's annoyingly heavy. Like driving on a street like this, yes, it's nice and direct, but if you're trying to park the car, or if you are in a parking lot going around cars, or driving very slow, this is actually very annoying. It's very heavy. Standard is good, but it's pretty heavy around parking lots, so I would recommend just keeping it in comfort. I think the best mode is comfort, and then it does have 2 acceleration modes, chill and standard, and I keep it honestly in standard because whenever I need that power, I just want to be able to accelerate. So I'm gonna go ahead and do an acceleration with standard mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn off or turn on slip start. Basically that will turn off the traction control, and see how this Model 3 does. Again guys, 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. Seriously, this thing is just so quick, and the power is instant. This is electric, so it's there's instant power. You hit the gas and then it goes. There is no lag, which is of course expected, but this thing is insanely fast. And as I said, you could get that package, that software update, for $2,000. It will drop the 0 to 60 from 4.2 seconds to 3.7. And I personally think that 4.2 seconds is super fast, and I don't think there's need to go faster than that. And there is the performance trim. It's 3.1 seconds from 0 to 60, which is crazy, but it does get less range from than this one. So I think this one is the best value for the money, range, and it's fast. So basically everything in one package. I did drive the standard range. It was alright. It did not push me back to the sea like this one. Of course, it is slower, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds, which is impressive, but this thing's just much better. Steering wheel is wrapped in leather, and super comfortable, nice and spacious. And by the way, I did not go for the 19-inch rims. I went for the white exterior, the 18-inch rims, and the white interior. I think the white interior looks very good. So all Model 3s will have that giant glass roof. It looks very good. I wish this piece right here in the middle wasn't there. I think it would have looked good like the Model X. And let's go ahead and turn off the climate control. It's super hot. I did actually end up buying this tray. I would recommend getting this tray. It's about 15 bucks, 20 bucks. And inside there is a ton of space. So this tray is very good. You can put so many things. This remote will actually control the ambient lighting that I have in my Model 3. A ton of space inside, and seriously, super simple, but amazing. I just love the fact that there's a good amount of storage place. And this middle console, the 2021, I think it looks much better than the 20. And it does, as I said, it does have 2 wireless phone chargers. And overall, beautiful interior. The only thing that I really don't like about this Model 3 is, well, actually there's probably 2 things. The back seats, I really wish they were reclined a little bit more. And the second thing, this cabin is, there's a lot of echo in it. I really wish that there wasn't that much echo in the cabin of this Model 3. And another thing that I really don't like is the fact that the back window is small. And this rear view mirror is very small, so I really don't like that about this Tesla Model 3. But other than that, everything looks good. Back seats are, of course, not the spacious, but they're not too bad. And I'm super happy I went with the white interior. I think the white interior looks very good. A lot of people told me that the white interior is going to get dirty very quick, but I think it's I think it looks much better than the black one. And I really don't carry that many people with me, so I think the white is good for me. Yep, definitely this thing gets up to speed very quick, and it's so fun to drive. And when you hit the accelerator pedal, it doesn't only push you back to the seat, it actually pushes you back to the seat, and you kind of get lifted off the seat a tiny bit, which is pretty cool. Like for this turn, I'm not actually using the brake pedal. You just let go off the accelerator pedal a tiny bit, and then it starts to actually brake. It's like hitting that brake pedal a tiny bit. So same concept. This car feels very planted. It's around 4,000 pounds, and I drove the standard range in the snow, and this thing was very good. Standard range is the rear wheel drive, and it handled very good in the snow. And this one honestly handles, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very good in the snow. And around those turns, it feels very nice and solid, very planted. And something that I want to talk about, the seats. Those seats are super, super comfortable. I love the cushion, like what Tesla did with the cushion of the seats. There's just so much cushion, and it's so comfortable. So I really like what Tesla did with those seats. The front seats are much comfortable than the back seats, but again, I mean, I really don't care about the back seats. I care about the rear seats. Yeah, definitely the steering wheel in sport mode just feels very heavy, and it's honestly annoyingly heavy. Everything gets displayed on the screen. Stop signs, traffic lights, cones, cars, trash cans, basically everything. And the sun is not even bothering the camera of this Tesla, so very good. We're gonna go ahead and do an acceleration right here in standard mode. And definitely this Tesla Model 3 is not gonna have any issues merging on the highway, passing someone. Even with the standard range, it has so much power, so definitely there are not going to be any issues with any Tesla, since there is an instant power and instant torque. As you guys see, the stop sign right there, and here is the camera. There is a backup camera, 2 cameras on the sides or on the fender. Yep, seriously powerful, amazing, pushes you back to the seat, instant power, and overall this car is amazing. So there is really nothing that I really hate about this Tesla Model 3, except probably the rear view mirror being very small, and the other thing is the echo in this cabin. But when you have your music on, you can't hear the echo, but when everything's very quiet and when you have the music off, then you could hear a good amount of echo. And the echo only can be heard on lower speeds or like city driving. On the highway, it's not really noticeable, but it is definitely there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of my 2021 Tesla Model 3. Seriously, this car is amazing, drives very nice and smooth, and overall I think it's such a great car. Even the lowest trim, which is the standard range, and it is the rear-wheel drive, even the standard range was very impressive. So I really like what Tesla is doing. The instant torque is amazing, and everything's super easy. Controls are very easy, and overall everything is very nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2021 Tesla Model 3. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.